Well, good morning, everyone. It's Joni here at Joni's Journals. How is everyone doing? Welcome to Tuesday. It feels like it's been forever, and I hope everybody had a lovely 4th of July for those of you that celebrate. It has been very hectic around here. Excuse me, my daughter had her boyfriend staying for 4 days. They were in and out all day. We were just I'm making a mess. We were making dinners and just having a good old time. But everybody is working now. The boys, that would be the doggies, have been put to sleep. Well, not put to sleep. Have been put in their kennel and on the couch for their nap. So I have a couple of hours of peace and quiet. What I thought we would do today, and I was just trying to lay out the way I was going to do it, and then I said, you know what, let me just do it and we'll get it done. We are going to add the decorative the decorative pages to the folio that we already created. You can see I have everything laid out with the measurements, but I just wanted to show you what I had done. I have been playing with my dies, which I will show you a multitude of them, days and days of, and hours of work making dies for the Christmas journal, which I have begun to decorate. And I just wanted to show you, I used the Elizabeth Craft designs. Let me see, I have them all here so that I can show you what I have been using. This is the Elizabeth Craft die. It's number 1941. It's photo film slides. And what it is an oversized specimen card. So I have made one using some of the scraps left over from the papers that I cut out for the Tim Holtz part of the journal. And then what I did was I went and I coffee dyed. My coffee dyeing never really seems to come out very dark, but it does come out nice and crunchy, and it smells delicious. So I've been doing some coffee dyeing, and I have created pages that will go inside our little folio. And I will show you how I did that when I give you a quick glimpse at the Christmas journal, because that one is a little bit more set up. But I wanted to show you how to cut and add the pages to your folio. This might get a little boring, and if I just feel like it is getting to be a bit too much, I won't go through every single one with you. But I did want to give you the specific measurements for the decorative elements on the file folder folio that we already cut out. So now if you want to decorate your pockets, what you're going to need is 2 pieces of your decorative paper, be it Tim Holtz or Christmas. I'll show you that one too. You're going to need 2 pieces that are 3 by 4.5, okay? You're also going to have to round your corners as you see fit. For instance, down here, I did not round my corners because the corners weren't rounded on my pocket. These I did round because the corners are rounded at the top of the pocket. So for instance, I know this probably sounds a little bit beginnerish, but I won't glue things down. I'll just show you, or maybe I'll just glue 1 or 2. This pocket has the 1 rounded corner, but it has 2 straight corners. So when you pick your paper out and you decide which way you want to lay it down, and this is the side I want to use, if you like, just go along and round the necessary corner. Now this I would not consider rounded, so I'm just going to keep this side straight, but I am going to round this one. Now I'm going to do it at 7, and hopefully that's the same I've been doing all along. Okay, so now you can see that this one will fit on very nicely. All right, so that's the pockets. You need 2 at 3 by 4.5, and I'm just going to clip that back together. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you the inside of the journal. Now this is the front. You can see I did not go all the way to the tab because I do think I want to do something, maybe stamp something to add to the tab. But again, now for your front flap, and that's this piece with the tab, you're going to need 2 pieces of decorative paper, and they need to be 4.5 by 6 3/4. And again, you're just going to round the applicable corner. So you can see on here, I left this one straight and rounded the top. So I'm just going to round this one too, because I want my paper facing this way. So I'm just going to round this one, and then I'll ink it and glue it all together afterwards. Okay, so that's 2 at 4.5 by, excuse me, 4.5 by 6 3/4. Now for the back flap, that's the second flap that comes in, and I'm referring to it as the back flap. Why, I have no idea. You're going to need 2 pieces at 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, okay? And in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to round both of the corners. Now you have to figure out which way you want your paper to lay out. And since I've been cutting these, and I mean, I could use that side's pretty too. It happens to be one of my favorite sides, but I don't know yet. I'll think about it, okay? So this one is the back flap, and again, you need 2 pieces, 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. And I'm just going to clip that back on here, and you can write these measurements down. Now for our inner small flap, okay, that's this one. You're going to need, now this is where your measurements change. You need 4 at 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And again, you can see that I rounded the corners. And so what I'm probably going to do is, since this one and the front one are identical, and I don't really care for the back, this side's going to go this way. And again, I know this is probably really, really beginner, but for those of you that are beginners, I know that you do need some of this information. So you're going to have it, and it's going to lay like that. This piece, again, you're going to round the 2 outer corners, okay? All right, and then it will look like this, okay? And this is the back. So I'm just going to clip that. Again, for the inner small page, I guess we could call it, you need 4 at 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, okay? And I'll just clip that back together and lay that aside. Now for the inside large page, again, you're going to need 4. So you can see I have done my outsides, okay? And these are my 2 inner pages. So in this case, I would clip this corner and this corner, round the corners. And I think I like this side. So I will clip this corner and this corner. And again, that's 4 at 4 1/4 by 6 1/2, so that it fits nicely with a little border around the edge. Okay, and that's what you need for the inside large page, which is what we were referring to it as. And I will just put these 2 back together and set them aside. And then this is what I'm calling my center page. And I thought I had the measurements because I did add both of the center pages. Okay, let me get my ruler out and I'll give you a quick measurement for the center one. Now again, on these, you don't have to round any of the corners, unless of course you want to, because they are completely straight edges. All right, this one is, let me do it this way so I can see what I'm doing here. This one is 6 3/4 by 4 1/2. So you need 2 of those for the center fold. Okay, let's put all of this aside for now. Let me just turn this around so it will fit nicely on here. And I'm going to give you a glimpse at what we're going to have. Again, I had these all clipped nicely. I will go ahead and I will ink these, and then I will get some stuff set up for us to add to this one and get the pages all set up. so that it will ultimately look like this one. Now you can see I've started decorating my Christmas one, okay, and we are going to do some decorating on that, but I'm going to get some stuff set up. I'm going to make this a relatively short video, and I'll make it a part 1, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get everything together. You can see I have just been making tons and tons of dies. And I will show you what I have made, and then I will also give you the numbers, give you the names and numbers of the dies that I used. This is 2 little ice skates, okay, yeah, obviously. And I bought this die on Amazon, and it was a no-name brand. And let me just get it out for you. I feel like I'm just fumbling and bumbling today. I thought I was going to be so super cool with all of this. Here we are. Okay, it's just a cute little die, and it actually, I got it on Amazon. It was like $8, and it comes with the ice skate dies and everything. And you put them all together. I'll put the information in the description box on this one. I am going to tell you one thing, and I'm looking through my little pile here because I had put aside one that I had constructed, and maybe I will construct one with you. But it's relatively simple. If you decide you want to buy the die, what I found out the hard way was when you decide to assemble it, you do have to cut 2 of the ice skates. Now you can see that I have one back here, which is a metallic paper, which is Tim Holtz, and then one here, which is a regular, also a Tim Holtz paper. But what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to cut 2 of the ice skates out. So you can see on the front here that, again, I have a metallic die, and for this one I used white cardstock. And I did lace up the ice skates, you can see back here. But you are going to have to cut out 2 ice skates for each ice skate, okay? Because you're going to cut out different little parts. You can see here where I cut the heel decoration out, and I don't know if you can really make it out here, but I did cut the ice skate away from the blade. So you can see this is one full image, but this is only really just the shoe, okay? So you're going to have to cut out a few of them. Those of you that are experienced at die cutting, you'll know what I mean. But what I did want to warn you is when you cut the shoe away from the blade, don't cut the heel off as part of the blade. Cut the heel off as part of the shoe because it never really lines up nicely again. Maybe what I'll do is when I come back with my second video, showing you the Tim Holtz one fully decorated, maybe I'll show you how to put one together. But yeah, and if you're going to color yours, because you can see that I colored all of this, the heel and the sole of the ice skate. I colored that using my Sharpies. So yeah, it was a fun little die, and I will add it to the description box below. But like I said, I have begun decorating it. I haven't really done too much decorating. You can see I added an ice skate, and this is a little Tim Holtz element. And that is a die set, which I've had for a while. And I don't know if it's still available, but it's called Modern Festive. And you do get all of these cute little elements. And I cut all of them out with the exception of the snowflake. And so I created the little poinsettia decoration here, okay, using the leaves and the poinsettia flowers. And on here I did use another one of the ice skates, which I cut again with the metallic paper and a solid color paper. And I put this little thing, which I don't even know what it is. I have a feeling it's like a slice of something, but I don't know. And so I put that little element there. Okay, and I will add that die set to it. But let me show you what I did. I stitched in the little center element, that would be the little flap and the big flap. And you can probably see it better here. Let's just see. Okay. I did use a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and I stitched this part in. And then what I did was I added grommets and some elastic, and I took my little coffee dyed paper and I just slipped it into the elastic so that you can keep using this journal over and over again every year if you want to use it for Christmas or if you want to use it for Tim Holtz, because I will be doing the Tim one the same way, so that you can add and take out paper as needed. And my papers have been cut to, I know it's 8 across, and they are 6 1/4 high by 8 all the way across. And then I just folded them in half. But you can see how I just added them, and you have a little tiny journal in here. Okay, and then what I also did was I took the Elizabeth Craft Designs specimen cutter, specimen die, and I created a little festive Christmas-like specimen slide. And inside of it, I added this little leaf, and I added a little gnome with his Christmas tree on the front. And that again is another die that I got on Amazon, and I'm just flipping through here to see if I can find it. And again, it's a simple little die, okay? If I can find it on my Amazon, I will link that one as well. But yeah, this is what I have been up to. I've been decorating, and let's see, what page did I possibly miss? This is the back flap, and I'll just give you a look. These are all the papers from the Elizabeth Craft Designs, cut exactly the way I showed you for the other ones, and then just added randomly. And here's my pocket. You can see I cut it out the way I showed you too. And yeah, that's about it for that. But like I said, I have been die cutting and assembling and just making all sorts of things. This is a little Christmas tree die that I have. This is a cute little snowman. I have been doing some coloring on the dies with my Tombow markers. And let me see if I can find him. This is another Elizabeth Craft Designs, and he's a little Christmas owl. And let's see. Oh, this is one that I got from Simon Says Stamp, and it's a little Christmas tag. And what else do I have in here? I think that's about it. I did use my Tim Holtz label dies, and I do have Ho 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 that comes along with the, actually, no, it's a separate die. They're from Simon Says Stamp. So I am getting tons and tons of stuff ready. And in our next video, maybe we will come back and we will decorate. Oh, and this little one. This is a string of Christmas lights. And again, it was an inexpensive, let me see if I can find it, one-piece die that I got off of Amazon. And I've been buying these guys so that, I'm trying to see if it's not glaring. I think you can see it. I've been buying the inexpensive little dies so that we could do this together. Just in case you guys don't have any fancier dies, the Amazon ones are relatively inexpensive. And I did cut out several of the little Christmas lights. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen that. And what else? I think that's about it. Oh, and I did cut out a little snow globe, which I'm really not too happy with what I did with it. It's a really cute die, and I just don't really like it. But we'll be using that too. But anyway, this is starting to get boring. I'm getting sick of listening to my own voice. So yeah, we are going to come back, and I do have some plans to add pockets to this. And what else? I guess that's it. Okay, so if you managed to sit through this, if you didn't think it was too boring, I just kind of wanted to give you an update to where we were, and to give you the measurements on how to cut out your decorative pages for your folio. And I will get some of this together. I'm going to get the Tim Holtz all put together. I am going to get the Christmas put together. And since I do have more elements set for the Christmas one, I think what we'll do next time is we'll come back and we will do some decorating on the Christmas journal. And then I'm going to gather everything up that I want to use for the Tim Holtz one. I've bought some new ephemera. It's not new to him, but it's new to me. And we'll get started doing that one, okay? So for now, I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm going to send you lots of love, big hugs, and ask you to please, even though this may have not been such an interesting video, I'm going to ask you to please remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you soon, okay? I will be back with the Christmas stuff, okay? See you then. Bye.